Okay, so I've been wanting to do YouTube for the better half of about a decade now. There was always some reason why I didn't do YouTube, and that all kind of stopped. I kind of just went off on a leap of faith because I had a certain camera. And that camera that actually pushed me over the top to actually post my first YouTube video is actually going to be the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Before I actually started doing YouTube, I actually was doing so much research on different types of cameras. I mean, there's literally a wide array of cameras out there. You have things like the DSLRs and all these other Sony ZV or whatever cameras. But I kind of went off with my own thing because of the fact that I wanted a camera that was able to do studio shots like everything that you're seeing here, but then also a camera that had like a built-in gimbal, things that I didn't really have to have more tools with. Because if you're interested in doing YouTube or content creation, you're going to find out that you're going to need lights, you're going to need tripods, you're going to need multiple cameras, you're going to need multiple camera lenses. But the camera that resolved everything for me, except for obviously the lighting section, is going to be the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. But your boy's got some big hands. These spirit finger wannabe banana hands, they are clumsy, and with that clumsiness, I actually broke my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. There were a whole bunch of things like the gimbal rattling, the screen kind of like having this grindy noise, and then I've dropped my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 more times than I can count. And I will have to say, about a year later, even though I kind of put the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 to its test in terms of durability, it actually survived. But today's video is actually not going to be talking about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 in and of itself. I'm actually going to be discussing you with the DJI Service Plan that you should purchase for your DJI camera. Because even after all of the unplanned durability testing on my behalf, the DJI Service Plan is actually really good. You do have to register and purchase your service plan with DJI after XYZ amount of days having activated your device. That's going to be true for your DJI cameras, your drones, your action cameras, your microphones, whatever else DJI is making. But I personally believe that you should actually purchase your service plans for your expensive products because it actually makes things really, really simple. So as I mentioned earlier, the DJI camera that I had before, I got back in 2023, and boy, has it been through the ringer. And again, naturally, it's going to break. The camera actually probably lasts a little bit longer if you didn't have banana hands like I did, but ultimately, I went ahead and submitted a claim with DJI, and they basically said, take your device to UPS, scan a barcode, and it's done, it's gone. And that process is actually really, really simple because of the fact that I didn't really have to do anything. I had to pay a $35 deductible, and with that deductible, I was able to box up my broken DJI Osmo Pocket 3, go to UPS, and they just kind of sent it on its way. The time frame for this package to leave Seattle and head over to, I think, Texas for the DJI repair shop, it was only about 2 days. It was actually a little bit longer for me because I sent it off on a Friday, so 2 business days. And basically, if you have this service plan, DJI is either going to, one, fix your particular product, and or they're going to send you a new one and or an equivalent to new one. So I actually haven't unboxed this yet. You can see here that I have quite a lot of like packaging paper. It does come in a box like this. And again, the time frame from when they actually send your product back, your device, your gadget back, can vary. But after DJI kind of did their initial testing and results, having received my broken camera, it took literally about 12 hours for them to say, oh, we're just going to replace it. And it's all kind of like autonomous. No DJI agent reached out to me saying, what did you do? How did you do it? Blah, blah, blah. There was no questions asked. I mean, literally, all I did was pay my $35 deductible. They gave me a QR code or a barcode to go ahead and send it off. And then after they did the review with my broken camera, and then they're going to send me a new one and or something equally new. So I'm 100% okay with me getting a certified refurbished camera. I'm okay with that. And so I don't actually think that DJI sent me out a brand new camera. They did send me out this little box here, which is actually going to be the camera in and of itself. And then there's nothing else in here. So That's just a nice Christmas gift box, I guess. And so they actually have this box right here and has some kind of instructions. You can see like this. I think this is going to be somewhat like the instructor manual of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, as if you were going to purchase it brand new from a retail location and or the website. And so let's look at this really quick. It says, using the item for the first time. It says, it has 6 steps in here for unboxing, charging the device, device activation, firmware, compatibility, testing, and then maintenance, like the battery levels, storage environments, and then just regularly discharging and charging the battery. And so that's basically what this little pamphlet is. All right, so now into my actual box. Because I don't have my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I can't do an overhead shot. Right now, I'm actually filming this entire video with my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. So I apologize if I'm not able to get you some top-down views, but I'll try to unbox it like this. So just the box in and of itself is simple. There seems to be some type of Ziploc here on top. I'm not sure if it's like a Ziploc that's actually meant to hold the box together or something. It actually looks like and feels like there's something in it. So let's take that Ziploc off really quick. And so DJI actually sends out a screen protector with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is phenomenal because I actually went out and purchased another set of screen protectors from Amazon. And I was going to install it, but hey, since I got a free one, I don't know, I might just return this one back to Amazon. Or I might give away this set of DJI Osmo Pocket 3 screen protectors to a lucky subscriber. Nonetheless, the fact that DJI did provide this screen protector in its kind of refurbished packaging is pretty phenomenal. I wasn't expecting that, and that's pretty dope. Continuing into the unboxing, it looks like we actually have the camera right here. I don't know actually what I'm looking at because I don't have a viewfinder. So this is this is going to be the mounting at the very bottom. But here's the actual camera. It for some reason feels heavier than my original one. I'm not sure why that is, but this is the actual camera. And then this is a USB Type-C to Type-C wire. Again, brand new. And there's nothing else in here, except for obviously more things that are going to poison sea turtles. But in terms of the things that you get out, again, you get the Type-C to Type-C connector, which feels like a really qualitative wire. And then you get 4 things. Now, mind you, when I sent my Osmo Pocket 3 to the DJI Repair Center or whatever it is, they very exclusively said in their email to not send any accessories, not send any memory cards, don't send any cases, anything like that. They don't want it. They're not going to return it to you. Consider it as lost. So if you are going to go through this DJI repair service, make sure you're just sending exactly the things that you need repaired. But I can't help but think that I came up on top of this kind of service plan because I get a new kind of mounting thing right here. This is something that comes with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This little connector, you can see here's the 1/4-inch screw thread at the bottom. And then you can see here, this is going to be the USB connector that's going to attach to the bottom of the USB-C portion of your DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And just looking at the quality of this particular accessory in and of itself, aside from the oil marks from my hands just now, it looks like a new product. There are no scratches. There are no type of dings or dents or anything. This is probably a new accessory. And the same thing for the wires. Now, the other accessory, it looks like a lanyard mount or a lanyard string. And I mean, it's a lanyard string. I personally hate this thing because it's such a pain to get onto your actual DJI camera. And then we already discussed the tempered glass screen protector that's going to be on the actual camera. But now let's go ahead and open up the camera in and of itself. So again, I'm just going to say that when DJI said to send the broken product, they said just the camera. And so far, I've gotten the kind of mounting accessory back. I didn't pay for that. I got a new USB-C Type-C to Type-C cable and this lanyard thing that I absolutely hate. But the reason why I keep emphasizing on that is because of the fact that I think I got a new OEM DJI Pocket 3 case. So let's pull this out just like that. Nothing else in here. And this is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 case. Again, this case looks brand new. I mean, I'm putting some oil marks on it from my hands, but it looks fantastic. I'm not gonna actually open up the camera quite yet because I wanna look inside. And so the inside of this thing is freaking amazing. You can see the magnetic sections. And so for instance, this is my original DJI OEM case that came with my actual DJI Osmo Pocket 3 back in 2023. But then here is the new one. So you can see that they just straight up sent me a brand new case. I'm not complaining by any means. I love these cases. They're nice, small, and compact. So the fact that I have two, it kind of makes me a happy camper. But now let's actually look at the DJI camera itself. So here's the Pocket 3. Again, it kind of came out like this. And so you can see here that there's a little bit of a screen protector on the screen here, and then just kind of opening things up. It doesn't look like anything is used or broken. This does not look like a refurbished device. Looking around on the kind of the gimbal section here, the gimbal has no scratches where my original one did. On the lenses, I dropped my camera so much in the past that my lenses were nice and janky. And then the buttons feel nice and clicky and tactile, at least the thumbstick does. And then you can see the orange one, which I haven't actually started yet. But in general, this feels really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel off this little sticker here. And there we go. You can see the DJI kind of viewfinder there. And so the viewfinder needs a screen protector. Thankfully, I received one. But overall, I mean, I don't see any scuff marks. I don't see any type of scratches. I don't see any type of wear and tear. This looks and hopefully performs like a new device. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the screen protector and kind of just do the camera setup off screen, and then I'll circle back to you in a moment. So let's press pause on the kind of screen protector installation really quick, because this screen protector that I got from the DJI repair factory or whatever that came in this little envelope, it's actually, the adhesive is already kind of like taken up. There was no like peely section or anything. It was already just kind of in the envelope like this. And then all of a sudden it just, it's not usable is what I'm saying. So that's the bottom line up front. If you're gonna get a screen protector from your DJI Service Plan kind of repair situation, the screen protector, if you happen to receive one, it's not something that you could use. Good thing I do have my Amazon purchase, and so I'm gonna go ahead and install this one now. Okay, so here we are. This is now shooting on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And for proof, here's my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. I just kind of want to take a moment really quick. Which one do you think looks better? Was it the S25 Ultra, which was shot for the majority of this video, or is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 better? Honestly, I think the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is better in terms of camera quality, but the S25 Ultra is dang good. Overall, after the setup and putting the screen protector on and getting to play around with this new case, I think that the service plan and just kind of the replacement that I got for my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is 1000% worth it. For the price point of having to buy the 2-year insurance plan for a relatively fragile camera and then paying a $35 deductible for something that may potentially break on your behalf or just kind of on its own, I think that it's a really good standpoint because, I mean, it's thoughtless. You don't have to worry about it. There was no questions asked. Everything came back in new or equivalent, which they did stand true. And then you even got like things like this again. So I obviously can't attest for other DJI products in the sense that, do you get an extra case or do you get extra lenses, maybe new propellers, if you're doing like a service deductible claim on like a drone or something like that. But for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, do I believe that the service plan with the DJI kind of extended 2-year warranty is worth it? 100%. All right, everybody, if you have the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, let me know in the comments down below what you think about that, because in the next few weeks, I'm going to be releasing a video comparing the Insta360 X4 as well as its newest iteration, the Insta360 X5. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so that way you can stay up to date with all my tech shenanigans. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.